All right, greetings. Welcome back to Black Bear News, where everything is connected. Hopefully, y'all can hear me okay. They changed some things around on the Callin app, and I was suddenly confused, but now I'm not confused. And isn't that what life is all about? Is trying to be a little less confused every day. I try and I try. How you doing, Rockfin people? We're live on Rockfin. Callin people, we're live on Callin. YouTube people, I did. Yeah, Judy Truitt. I saw that the Whitney Webb. Is that with Charlie Robinson or is that a different one? I don't know. She has a couple books coming out, or one big book split into two books. Looks quite interesting. I probably will get them. All right. Yes, it's a new mic. I actually had an old mic in here for a second, and I was wondering why my sound was so crappy. I put the new mic back in. All right. Well, y'all are here. Great to see you. Let's start from the beginning. There was an earthquake in Taiwan. Suppose that's notable. Pretty large one, 6.9, it says. I didn't really want to spend a lot of time covering it, but I thought I would mention it. I don't know if I can get any sound on this. Sound. There we go. That's crazy. From someone who lives in an earthquake-prone area, you never really know what day is going to be the day, right? This same earthquake also, it hit off the coast of Taiwan on the Japanese island of Miyakojima. And we'll see a little more footage from this. This is pretty wild. Everybody see this one? That is freaking scary. Run. Yeah, you don't want the roof collapsing on you in an earthquake. I don't know. It's not necessarily climate change related, but people do think with the warming of the planet that the planet itself, the tectonic plates and whatnot, and things will get more active because just things are getting warmer. And I don't know about that completely scientifically, but it sounds plausible. That earthquakes will get more frequent and probably volcanoes and stuff like that. All right, let's keep going. Japan getting hit with a typhoon. That is climate change related. Non-modal. 2 million people in southwestern Japan have been ordered to evacuate today ahead of a monster typhoon, non-modal. 500 millimeters of rain and wind. Gusts of up to 250 kilometers an hour are expected. So much energy in the system. This is a new world and a new climate. And then in this post, they say 4 million people have been ordered to evacuate. So from 2 million to 4 million. At least 4 million people have been ordered to leave their homes. The typhoon made landfall near the city of Kagoshima on the southern tip of Kyushu on Sunday morning. Big winds. Got more on this. Storm in Japan. That's some very intense flooding. And all of a sudden, these people are sitting on a bus and they're like, oh, I got to pick up my things off the floor. I don't want to be on that bus. Puerto Rico has... hold on one second. Sorry, guys. This is in Yufu City, the Miyagawa River in Yufuin City, or Yufu City in Japan. This is a very, very intense picture of some flooding here. You don't want to be anywhere near that. That is not something somebody's going to pull you out of. And then jumping over to Anchorage, Alaska, they are also having some floods, as many places are. I'm not even. As you know, all over the world, the floods are happening. Seems almost biblical. If you're into that kind of stuff. Sorry. A strong storm caused floods in several coastal areas of Anchorage, Alaska. So there's that. Judy Truitt says, I lived in Anchorage for 9 months. How'd you like it? I've been to Anchorage, Alaska. Once. And I don't know. It seemed like kind of a cool place, actually. If you like snow, too. Yes, Panzer F-42. That was quite a retaining wall to stand up to water like that, right? The river in Yufu City. All right. Oh, what the hell happened to Rockfin? That is so weird. Rockfin, why is Rockfin kicking me out while I had my stream going? Okay, that's very confusing. Rockfin, don't do that. My stream is on and going, and then they logged me out of Rockfin. That just doesn't even make any sense whatsoever. So hopefully the stream is still going once I get back in. I was going to go say hello to some of the Rockfinners. But that is kind of whack, y'all. Don't do that to my stream. All right. I don't know, guys. Did you guys get cut off of the stream on Rockfin? Stream still going? Okay. Well, that's good. The thing that's annoying, though, is sometimes if the stream gets cut on Rockfin, it won't include the whole video. So it'll either include the beginning or, before or after the cut happens. So I don't know. Hopefully that's not a bad thing. Scott Andrews says flooding and Alaska don't belong in the same sentence, not until recently. And yep. Why? Cold. It's cold there. It's colder. But I don't know. Maybe they, maybe in some places they have floods. But I bet that is probably not a usual thing. Let's keep going. All right. Poppy sent me this. There's going to be a heat wave this week. And it's actually going to be, well, it looks to hit the Midwest. Consider the fact that it's mid-September. We're heading into fall. And there is a summer level heat wave happening in the middle of the U.S. Record challenging heat wave to scorch central U.S., but it's actually going to be all over the place. It's not just central U.S. It's going to hit the southeast and also the southwest. We are going to be very, very warm. So we've been enjoying some nice, cool fall, misty morning type weather here. And then from today, it's just going to gradually go up, up, up in temperature. And I don't see where it stops, actually, because it's just going to get hotter into next week. So we're actually going to go back to our heat wave days, unfortunately. As official start of fall approaches, temperatures will throttle up to new levels. Heartland of the United States has experienced a weather roller coaster as of late, with temperatures seemingly to quickly surge up and down as the official start of fall approaches. Could that be? Would it be? Climate whiplash. Moving into the new week, however, summer may not be so quick to depart for some. A ridge of high pressure, sometimes referred to as a heat dome, will continue to slowly build over the central plains over the next several days. This will allow temperatures to slowly but steadily climb and keep any chances for a cooling shower or thunderstorm very low. In some locations, temperatures could surge to 20 to 25 degrees Fahrenheit above normal. By Monday and Tuesday, high temperatures may reach the triple digits across much of Kansas, as well as parts of Nebraska, Missouri, and Oklahoma and Wichita, where a high of around 100 is expected both days. Daily record highs will be threatened. So there is that. And then they're saying it's going to push into the southeast, but it is definitely going to get into the southwest as well. It's going to be warm here. Did y'all see 51 Just Stop Oil protesters were sent to jail? They say, more than 50. It was 51. Campaigners who blockaded Warwickshire oil terminal remanded for refusing to comply with court proceedings. More than 50 protesters who are demanding urgent action to address the climate crisis were sent to jail on one day this week after refusing to comply with court proceedings. The campaigners who were appearing before judges at two separate hearings in London and Birmingham had broken an injunction to take part in a blockade of the Kingsbury oil terminal in Warwickshire on Wednesday. But when they appeared at the Queen Elizabeth Court in Birmingham and the Royal Courts of Justice in London on Thursday, they refused to comply, standing on chairs, turning their backs to the judge, and reading out prepared statements about the scale of the crisis. Good on you. One of the defendants took off his shirt to reveal the words, "Sham justice kills kids," written on his body. Many of the protesters made it clear they would continue to take action at the Kingsbury terminal if they were released on bail, despite an injunction prohibiting protests at the site still being in force. In total, there are now 54 Just Stop Oil protesters in prison since April, when the group began blocking oil terminals. There have been more than 1,350 arrests. Sorry, you guys couldn't see that. See it? Okay, there it goes. Gonna keep moving on. Elliot Jacobson. Your moment of doom for September 18th, 2022. Missed the point. These bunkers are not being built for nuclear war. Across the United States, well, we'll look at this article a little bit. CBS News. New news. Yeah. Rebirth of Cold War relic. Give me shelter. They now seem quaint, even absurd. Public service films from the 1950s and 60s. Get out of here, people. With their pop-ups and drop-downs and approved cookies. Just stop it. God, it's so annoying. Public service films from the 1950s and 60s teaching children how to protect themselves from a nuclear blast, and showing families that they too can build a cozy bunker of their very own. But as the Cold War thawed, bunker mania faded. That is, until recently, with the tide of war in Ukraine turning against Russia, the threat of a desperate Vladimir Putin resorting to nuclear weapons to win at all costs is no longer far-fetched. Of course, only Vladimir Putin would conceive of doing such a thing. The United States would never use nuclear weapons against another country. Oh, wait. On April 22nd, the Russian president warned our counterstrike will be instantaneous. That was in April. Every time Putin talks about a nuclear weapon, the phone rings off the hook, said Corey Hubbard of DEF CON underground bunkers near Kansas City, Missouri. I bet it made the phone ring probably 400 or 500%. So, I mean, you know, I'm not going to read the whole thing. In short, this is just another one of those. People are gobbling up doomsday bunkers like never before. It's the newest rage. Why are these wealthy people buying bunkers in New Zealand? But anyways, you know, it's a thing. People are thinking about the future, I guess. And yeah, it's a thing. But I'm sure there are plenty of people who see where the climate crisis is going and understand. They see and they understand. What's up, Kevin Shanholzer? How are you doing? You said it did not get cut off the video. That's good. 87 Fahrenheit in Maryland. That is very warm. I'm sure that's quite warm for September 18th. Extra Bola. Working on things, so I got you in the background. Excellent. How you doing? How you doing? All right. guys, we're out of YouTube time now, so I apologize to the YouTubers, but you can follow the rest of the show at Rockfin because there are just some things you can't talk about on Rockfin, and those are the things we're going to talk about right now. So everybody come join me on Callin and Rockfin. YouTubers, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace and chicken grease.